Hello, Bobby aka Anarcha Media here, and in this video I would like to talk about why Don Bernardo Torrisi and Cesare Massaro betrayed Enzo Favara in Mafia the Old Country. And obviously, this video will contain slight spoilers for the game, but I will try not to provide too many spoilers, especially as I haven't exactly played the game yet myself. I've seen walkthroughs and playthroughs of it by others online, but I haven't played it myself as of yet. Mafia the Old Country follows the story of Enzo Favara, a Torrisi, which is a sort of mine worker who were typically from the ages of 5 through 17. And Enzo is 19 at the start of the game, and in his early to mid-20s at the end of the game. Again, avoiding spoilers as much as possible. And from the moment Cesare and Don Torrisi took Enzo in, they were relatively friendly, especially compared to Il Merlo, Tino, and Corrado. But much of that affability was more based on what Enzo could do for them than actually caring about his well-being. Although, of course, sadly, that was not an uncommon sentiment for mob bosses, underbosses, and aristocrats in Sicily of the time to have towards Carusi, or indeed peasants in general. And of course, like in northern Italy, they looked down upon southern Italy, and southern Italy looked down upon Sicilians, and Sicilians looked down upon their underclass. That's just how it was, sadly. And even after all Enzo did to prove himself to the Torrisi family, Cesare and Bernardo never stopped looking down on him as a Carusi. Despite this, if it weren't for Enzo making moves towards Isabella, Torrisi's daughter and Cesare's cousin, with her consent and blessing, by the way. But of course, in Mafia families, consent was not what they primarily were concerned about. Money and land were their primary concerns. Money, land, and status. As much as mafia families go on and on about respect, honor, family, and things of that nature, their understanding of that is very, very superficial, much like that of the ancient Romans, who had a similar imperialistic mindset to the mafia, right? Right. The mafia is in either Sicily or the US is basically the worst aspects of capitalism turned up to 100, right? Like it right right there, Machiavellian. They talk about honor, they talk about loyalty, they talk about respect, but it's only according to their own standards. And if you don't do whatever the Don tells you to do, and if you don't respect their business, if you don't play uh, if you don't play ball with their protection racket, they will gut you like a fish, as the saying goes. The mafia is often glorified in fiction, but in reality, it is very cutthroat. It is, like I said, capitalism at its absolute worst, turned up to 100. Bobby A.K. Anarcha Media, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity, goodbye.